what we're gonna do today. As far as exercising, we're gonna go through a little brief warm up. We're gonna do a couple exercises, 30 seconds each, do a little bit of stretching. And then I have 2 sets or 2 groups or clusters of exercises. We're gonna do 2 times each. We're gonna perform them in a timed sequence. So the first group of exercises, the first round of them, we're gonna go through at a slower pace so you understand what we're doing, how we're doing it. I'll give a little bit of instruction. And the second time, we're just gonna go through them, and they will be 45 seconds each with a 20-second break in between. And you know, the goal here is to keep you moving, get the heart rate up. If anybody needs a modification on an exercise, please say something. I can change the exercises. I can make any of them easier, and I can make any of them harder. So I'm gonna go over that as well when we're going here. So let me just get a timer set here. If you hear some beeping, just ignore it. And you know, it's really for me to kind of keep track of where we are with time. And so, there we go. Let's get started. So the first thing I want you to do, I just want you to jog in place. We're just getting the heart rate up. We're getting our muscles warm. And one of the things with working out is you should never kind of roll out of bed in the morning and just start working out. You always want to warm up and stretch, and that way you're going to prevent injury, hopefully. And you get the muscles kind of starting to fire and wake up. Got another couple seconds here. What we're going to do is we're going to go into butt kicks. And we got 30 seconds here. And you can go at your own pace. If you need to take a break, you know, please feel free at any time to just hop out and then hop back in with us. All right, a couple more seconds, and we're going to go into jumping jacks. So, there you go. All right, about 20 seconds left. All right, and the last exercise in the warm-up is going to be arm circles. So I just want you to do 15 seconds worth of arm circles forward, nice and slow. Warming up the shoulders a little bit. And reverse. All right, so we got a couple minutes of stretching here. We're gonna start up in our upper body, work our way down to the lower body. So first thing I wanna do, I want you to just kind of do a head roll. So we're gonna tilt our head over to one side. We're gonna look down toward our feet and roll around nice and slow. And I want you to make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Your hands are going down toward the floor. We're just stretching out the neck. Good. All right. Next stretch, let's do one more head roll. And what I want you to do is take your arm, put it across your body, pulling that shoulder. Good. So, you know, on a regular basis in quarantine here and not being able to get outside, I do a lot of home workouts. You know, I also take some days, let's switch arms. I take some days to, you know, do some yoga or just, you know, just have a stretching day. I mean, remaining flexible and being able to move your body around in a comfortable way is really, really important. So, you know, if you wake up and there's a day that you had scheduled for a workout, but you're just not really feeling it, you know, just take 20 or 30 minutes and get a little bit of stretching in. All right, we're gonna take our elbow, go overhead, kind of show you what I'm doing here. Good. All right. One more time on the other side. All right, sometimes what I like to do is kind of lean over to the side too. Kind of feel a little bit of a stretch in my hip and my side. Okay, so we're gonna stretch our hamstrings. So really, really straightforward exercise here, or stretch. We're just going down as far as we can. You know, some people are gonna be able to touch their toes. Some people are gonna be right here. You know, wherever you are is perfectly fine. What I like to do sometimes, and I'll kind of face you guys, is kind of grab one toe with both hands or one leg with both hands. And kind of rock back and forth a little bit. All right. Here we go. All right, a couple more seconds. All right, last stretch here. I want you guys, if you can stand up. I like to just kind of grab a wall and put my hand here. You can grab a couch or a chair. We're gonna pull the leg up, the heel up to the butt, and we're gonna stretch out the quadricep in the front. There you go, good. You guys all look really, really small, but I think you guys are all doing a good job so far. Looks like everybody's on a wall, at least the people that I can see. All right, so go over to another wall or just spin around. We're gonna do the other side. All right. It's also the balance option, which, you know, a lot of people talk about. I hear a lot of people when I'm training clients say that they don't have really good balance. And, you know, balance is something that you have to work on. So, you know, I just wanted to make that clear because there's a couple exercises today that are going to involve a little bit of balance and stability. And, you know, if you're not great at it, you will definitely get better at it. But this stuff takes time, and you need to practice it. All right. So I'm going to go through the exercises we're going to be doing. I'm going to demonstrate the exercise, and then we're going to perform it together for 45 seconds. And we're going to go through. Some of these exercises are basic exercises. You guys have seen squats and planks, lunges and push-ups, things like that. I'm going to show you the right way to do them correctly. I'll show you some modifications for them as well. And so first thing we're going to do, I want you to do a squat. And, you know, basically a squat is, in its proper form, the feet maybe a little bit wider than the shoulders. There's a couple different versions of them. We have really wide squats, so you can pick a version that works for you. We have a squat where you're a little bit more underneath the hips. And then there's also jump squats where you're actually leaving the ground. So, you know, I'm gonna warm up and start the exercise with just a standard squat. All right, a squat, first motion is always backwards, okay? The knees do not go forward. This is not a squat. A squat in its form is gonna look like this, okay? So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna hit my timer. We're gonna go for 45 seconds. And you just go nice and slow at your pace. The depth of the squat really depends on a couple things. One, your flexibility. Some people are gonna be able to go a little bit lower than others. Also, if you're pain-free, I don't want you to go down. And if you get to a point where you start feeling pain or it's uncomfortable, don't go that low. It's really, really simple. As you're coming up, I want you to kind of squeeze the glutes or the butt together, and that's extending your hips forward. So I'll tell you a little bit about the next exercise. We're going to be doing a plank. I'm sure a lot of you guys have done planks. I've got a couple variations that we can do and try if you're looking for one that's a little bit harder. A couple more seconds. Good. So I'm going to just demonstrate a plank and then we'll get into it. So I want you up on your toes. The elbows are underneath the shoulders. Your head's in a neutral looking position. We're not looking around, straining our neck. And everything is nice and tight and straight. Okay, so I don't want to see any of the hips sagging. All right, you guys ready? All right. So we've got 45 seconds here. You know, planks are one of these core exercises that are, you know, you love them and you hate them. I do not like planks, but they are a great exercise for you. The next exercise we're going to be doing are ab bicycles. And so we're going to do 2 core exercises back to back. Good, keep hanging in there. And another option here, if you're not able to do a plank for 45 seconds or 30 seconds, you can actually lower your knees to the ground and you can do a plank in this form, and that'll take a little bit of stress off. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna roll over on our backs now. I want you to take your hands, put them on your ears, put your legs up into a table position, and we're gonna do bicycles. All right, so one elbow is going to the opposite knee. Okay, we've got 45 seconds here. And you can go at your own pace. I prefer to do these nice and slow. This might be really hard for most people. Maybe really hard just coming from a core exercise, going into another one. And I really want you to kind of extend those feet out. Good. All right, I'm gonna warn everybody we're doing lunges next. Good. All right, we're almost done. All right. I want everybody to stand up here. So I'm gonna take a few minutes, just take about a minute here and demonstrate what a lunge looks like. The lunge we're doing today is a reverse lunge. So there's a couple little steps here. First one is we're gonna step back. All right, we're gonna put our toe down. The next step is to push our knee down to the ground. Okay, and the last step, we stand out of it. All right, so let me just demonstrate again. Toe goes back, knee goes down toward the ground. So you can tap the ground if you want, or you can come right above it, and we're stepping up. And as we're doing this, we're gonna rotate legs back and forth, okay? And so one last thing here to note, if you don't step all the way back, let's say you step to here, your knee is gonna go way over your toe. So we're trying to take our knee and pull it back behind our toe. So we'll step back, we're popping up, we're stepping back, and we're popping up. And we're gonna rotate. So this one may be challenging for people. If it is, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a wall. I have a chair right here that you can grab. And basically what you're doing is just holding it for a little bit of assistance, okay? So I'm gonna get the timer going. We're gonna go for 45 seconds. All right, here we go. Good, and I want you to think about kind of pushing off of the rear, the leading foot, pushing off of that heel when you stand up, driving through that heel. Good. I like to put my hands right in front of me. You can put your hands wherever you want. You want to put them overhead, that'll be a little bit harder. Good. All right, a couple more seconds. Do one more. Good. So, next exercise, push-ups. A lot of people have difficulty doing push-ups. So we're gonna go over a couple variations here. First variation is a standard push-up. Hands are gonna be underneath our shoulders, a little bit wider than our shoulder. We're gonna be nice and straight in a plank. We're gonna go down, push up, okay? Now, if you're unable, and a lot of people are, men and women, unable to do a regular push-up, what I want you to do, if you're on hardwood floors, you can grab like a little towel, you can grab a pillow. We're gonna put something underneath our knees. And what I want you to do is kind of start in a table position. I want you to take your hands, push them out in front of you. And then what I want you to do is push your hips forward. And so we're in a plank position here. And then we're gonna do the push-up from there, okay? So again, kind of the starting position. We're in kind of a little bit of a table. We're gonna move our hands out. We're pushing those hips forward, all right? That's the really important piece here. And then we start from there, all right? This is not a push-up. This is not a modified push-up. Make sure those hips are forward, your body is straight from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. So I'm gonna get us timed here. This is gonna be hard. It's gonna be 45 seconds. This is the last exercise, and we're gonna repeat. All right, here we go. All right, we're almost done. One more. Good. All right, so those are the first 5 exercises we're gonna do. We're gonna do all that one more time. We're gonna do it at a faster pace this time. So it's gonna be a 20-second break in between each exercise. So you guys wanna get some water really quickly? We'll start in maybe 35 seconds or so. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Good. So the first exercise is the squat, okay? If you want to, I'm gonna probably add a jumping version to it this time, okay? So, but feel free to do whatever version you want at your own pace. So here we go. All right. So the jumping ones are gonna be a lot harder. It's gonna get your heart rate up. I see a lot of people going up and down. That's good. All right, we've got 22 seconds left. I'm definitely breathing heavier. 6 seconds, almost done. All right. So a 20-second rest here. We're gonna go into a plank next. All right, 10 seconds. So with the plank, I'm gonna do a little variation. I'm gonna lift my butt up. I'm gonna put it down. You guys can certainly try this if you want. So here we go. So what I'm doing, I'm looking at my hands and I'm looking at my shoes. "17 seconds left. "3 seconds. All right. Flipping over on our backs for the bicycles. Get out of here. All right, getting ready to go. So elbow to opposite knee. Keep the core engaged. Extend the legs all the way out. We're kind of loosely holding her head. We're not grabbing it and yanking on it. We don't want to hurt her neck. If this is bothering your neck in any way, you can just lay your head back down and just do the leg version, where you're kind of just extending out. It's perfectly acceptable too. 10 seconds left. All right. 20-second break. We have lunges and then push-ups left. All right. So a couple options with the lunges. You can do an overhead version. Your hands are just literally overhead. You could hold dumbbells if you had those at home. But right now, I'm just gonna go overhead. A little bit harder, a little less stability, a little bit more core being engaged. So we're stepping back, alternating. If you need to grab a wall or a chair, do that. All right. Last exercise is the push-ups. All right. So again, two versions here. One's on your knees, the hips are forward, and then we have the standard version. So here we go. If you can't go the whole time, just do what you can. Try to get back in with us. You know, just getting up and coming in and doing the class today, that's a victory for everybody. All right, 7 seconds left. All right, one more. Good. All right. So we're taking a 1.5-minute break here. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna take a look here. Alexa looks good. It's pretty dark in Autumn's room.
I can't breathe.
Can't see what she's up to. She can't breathe.
I'm definitely sweating.
Hi, Marina.
Hi.
Hi. All right. So next exercises we're going to do, all right? Got another 5 of them. We're going to do them 2 times. Same thing. I'm going to kind of instruct you in the beginning. We'll go through and the pace will pick up, okay? We've got a couple planks, a couple leg exercises, and I have a tricep exercise and a couple variations for you guys. So we'll start here in like 20 seconds. I'm gonna grab a little water. And I'm breathing a little heavy, so I'm assuming some of you guys are too. It's a good thing I wanted to do 3 rounds of everything, but you guys only gave me a half an hour. So be thankful of that. Normally when I train with Autumn, she gets 3 or 4. And
I'm so thankful right now.
That's right. All right, so first exercise here is move the cat if it's in the way. We're gonna do a Groucho walk. And so this is a really, really wide stance with your feet, okay? We're gonna squat down, we're gonna stay low the whole time. All right, we're gonna take little small steps forward and backwards. All right, so I'm gonna start the timer here. The object here is to be low, slow, and wide, all right? All right, here we go. Nice and slow. If you need to take a break, take a break. I'm gonna do one more forward. I'm going backwards. And again, I'm kind of doing this namaste thing. Alexa, get a little lower. There you go. Didn't think I could see you, but I can. All right, we're going backwards. All right, I'm sure the legs are burning a little bit, maybe a lot. 12 seconds left. Good. The tendency as you start getting tired is to start coming up. All right, try to stay low and slow. One more. Good. All right, so I'm sure a lot of people have done dips before. If you guys look around and you have a chair or a couch or something in your area, I'd like you to go with that. I'm also going to show you a version that doesn't involve that, okay? So what a dip is, we'll put our arms behind us. It's going to be on a chair. We're going to lower our body down, push back up. All right, so we're working the back of the arms here. All right, so that's one version that we can do. Adjust this a little bit so you guys can see me. Good. Version 2, you can do it on the floor. Kind of pick our hips up. Right, you're gonna go down. Now you're not gonna have as much range of motion unless you get your hips up. This version may also be pretty hard. All right. So I'm gonna give you an alternative exercise here. We're gonna go back to our push-up position. We're gonna put our knees on the pad or on the floor, whatever you had set up for the push-up. Now I want you to take your hands from the push-up position and bring them in. All right, and you're gonna keep those elbows. Let me try to back up a little bit so you guys can see. Elbows at our sides, going down, pushing up. Okay, so this is a push-up, but with a narrow grip. All right, so if any of you guys have done yoga, I think it's the chaturanga where your elbows are at your sides. All right, so I'm gonna choose to do the dips. You have a couple options with those, or you could also do that narrow grip push-up. Again, elbows are at your sides. All right, you all ready? All right, here we go, 45 seconds. This one's gonna be hard if you're doing the dips. You may need to take a break. I probably will take one halfway through. All right, 25 seconds left. I'm gonna take a little 5-second break. And I'm getting back into it. So definitely feel free to add those little pauses in. Those will help you. You do not have to go the whole time. That is not the goal. The goal is to just make sure you're working, give you a timer and something to try to get to. 3 seconds. All right. Next exercise. Any of you that have done yoga may recognize this one. It's called a seated chair pose. So we're gonna start with our feet together. We're gonna reach up overhead. We're gonna kick our butt out, go into a squat. And I want you to keep your arms up, your back straight. There's gonna be a tendency to do this. I want you to stay up here. All right, so this one's gonna be hard. I'm gonna do 2 of them in the 45 seconds. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna kind of sit down, get my hands up. I'm gonna take a look at the clock. Good, and I'm kind of squatting down, getting as low as I can, keeping an arc in my back, squeezing my shoulder blades. Good, and you may be up here, that's perfectly fine. Some of you may be down here. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. We got 20 seconds left. All right, 15 seconds left here. All right, good job, everyone. All right, 3 seconds. Good. All right, next one we're doing is a side plank. We're gonna do one side at a time. So the first round here, we're doing pick a side, right or left. And then when we repeat, you're gonna do the opposite side. So side planks are hard. I'm gonna show you some variations of them. So this is a side plank, all right? You're holding a plank, you're at your side. A couple ways to make it easier. You're gonna take your other hand. You're gonna put it on the ground in front of you. You're gonna support yourself with 2 hands. Another way to make it easier, take your leg, put that in front of you, help to support you, all right? So these are especially difficult for people. They're hard for me. I want you to do the best you can with this. If you need to do 5 seconds at a time, that's the way to do it. So we're starting. Here we go. Driving that elbow in, whatever version you feel like doing, go ahead and do it. You can have your feet on top of each other, or you can have one in front and one behind. A lot of different techniques here with this one. The key here, though, is to be squeezing the side that's closest to the mat or the floor. Keeping your body nice and straight. All right, we've got 17 seconds left. All right, 10 seconds, almost done. It's the only side we're doing here. We're gonna do the other side the next round. All right, great. And we're done. So Next exercise is a wall squat. You're gonna find a wall, put your back on it. Try to keep your knees over your toes. All right, when you guys are ready, you guys can get in here. And the height of the squat is gonna make it harder or easier. So if I'm up here, a little bit easier. If I'm down here, a lot harder. I want you to take your hands, put them at your sides. If you have them here on your knees, you're kind of cheating a little bit. So I want you to get the most out of the exercise. Just dangle them at your sides. Look, right there, I just wanted to cheat. All right, so you guys are gonna get a 90-second break off this. We're gonna go through this circuit one more time and we're done. You're almost at the finish. We've got 10 seconds left. I'm sure those legs are on fire. Good job. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Stopping session. All right. Everybody get some water. We're going to do that one more time. Anybody have any questions? I don't think so. All right. So the first exercise we're going to do, we're going to do that Groucho walk. We're low and slow. We are going to do the dips where the chair is behind us, or you're doing that push-up with the elbows close to our sides. We're going to do this chair pose. We got side planks, and then we're doing the wall sits, and we're done, all right? So we've got about 5 minutes of work to do, and you guys are home free. All right, so we're going to start with the Groucho walk. Here we go. Nice and slow. You get as low as you're comfortable going. Don't go too fast on this. Imagine kind of taking a pause. There you go. Remember, wide, slow, low. Good. And I realize we're doing a lot of leg stuff today. There's a lot of body weight exercises that involve legs. When it comes to biceps, triceps, it goes a long way if you just get a couple pairs of dumbbells. You can do a lot of exercises, shoulder work with it. We have 8 seconds left. Good. Alexa's still going. Autumn, I think, still going. All right, we have dips. So get your chair out, couch. You can also use stairs if you guys have an apartment. Maybe out of luck there. Maybe a little funny if you're doing it in the hallway or in the stairwell. So there's also that modification where you can do the push-ups. Good. Good, just go at your own pace. You need to stop, there's a lot of burning. This is an uncomfortable exercise, but it's a good one for the triceps. You can kind of assist if you're doing the dips. You can push up with your feet. You're kind of giving your upper body a little bit of a break. All right, 15 seconds left. I'm just gonna keep pushing through. My arms are definitely getting tired. Almost done. 5 seconds. All right. All right, we've got 3 exercises left. Next one's gonna be that seated chair pose. Bending the knees a little bit, put the weight back on the heels. Upper body, the arms are going up. So here we go. And you're trying to get those arms up. They're gonna wanna drop down, and your body's gonna wanna drop down. Keep everything up. Try to be as low as you can. I get this is a hard exercise. I'm breathing heavy, I'm sure you guys are. We're working. All right. I'm gonna take a little break here, just come on up. And we've got 10 seconds left. Here we go. Almost done. Get those arms up, get that chest up. All right, 2 exercises left. We're gonna do the side plank. I started on the right, I'm doing the left side now. Remember, a couple different versions. If you started on your dominant side and now you have to use your non-dominant side, this may be a little bit harder. So think about putting a hand down, putting a foot down. You can even do this from just kind of having a knee. That would be okay too. All right, good job, everyone. All right, keep hanging in there. Almost done. Kind of driving these hips, trying to keep them up, driving into my elbow. Core is tight. Almost done. And we're out. All right, last exercise. I don't know, I thought these were pretty easy, but I know these are hard for people. You know, you're kind of sitting back against this wall. If you felt like it was easy the first time, and I feel like I did, I don't think I was low enough. Scoot down a little bit. Hands, remember, at your sides, don't have them on your knees. If you want to make it a little harder, you can put your hands out in front of you. Get the arms and shoulders involved. So this is a wall sit with, I don't know, let's call it like a Frankenstein pose. Good job, we got 25 seconds left. Last exercise, you got 20 seconds left, you're almost done. All right, good job everyone, hang in there. 10 seconds, only 10 seconds left. 5 seconds, almost done. And we are out of here. All right. Love hearing my timer say session complete. All right, good job everybody. I really appreciate everybody joining.
Thank you so much.
I'm like sweating here.
I'm hot.
I'm really
Yeah, no, you're wearing a sweatshirt.
I know. I don't know why I did that.
I know, I need a t-shirt.
Yeah, so, you know, this was just kind of a technique to show what people are doing, all right? There's a lot of body weight stuff. If you guys have dumbbells and things, I'd be more than happy to help you out with upper body exercises that are gonna be more shoulders and arms. You know, the idea here with this workout was to structure it in a way where we're not really getting a big rest in between exercises. And what that does, it gets the heart rate up over time, start sweating, you start feeling it. You know, a lot of times, including myself, if I'm at the gym, I'll do like an exercise and then like I want to take a break. And so this keeps you kind of on task and keeps you moving forward to where you need to go. The timer I had, let me show it to you. You might have heard something beep in the background. It's basically just a little app here that I have. It lets you set rounds, put in whatever time you want, a rest period. And, you know, for some of you, right now we did a 45-second work period and 20-second rest period. You might have been able to do a minute or a minute 30 and maybe 10 seconds. You know, this is just a general idea for everybody, okay? It does not, you know, I might have been able to do a minute and maybe a 10-second rest. So that work to rest ratio is relative to your fitness level and where you are. You know, the exercises that you're doing are gonna be, you know, if you're doing something where you're doing a lot of jumping, you're probably not gonna be able to do it for 45 seconds. So you have to realize what the exercises you're doing, your fitness ability is gonna affect that time period. So, awesome. I guess, you know, as far as things that I have in here, I've got a lot of dumbbells. I also use a lot of bands and things like that. So there's a lot of exercises that you can do at home. And you can put in a pretty minimum amount of investments. You know, bands are, you know, $5 to, you know, they can be 30 or 40 depending on what you're getting, but it doesn't require a lot of money to just start getting something that you can get a bunch of different exercises out of. And a lot of the stuff that I have here, I typically don't buy a piece of equipment unless I can do multiple exercises on. And, you know, I have pull-up bars. I have a thing called a TRX here. You know, I've got a bunch of balls in the back. So I've got a lot of stuff here. And you build it up over time. And so if you guys have any questions about that or anything else, let me know. I can answer them right now. No? You guys all did well. I know Autumn doesn't have any questions. You guys look good. The ones I could see, you guys look like you're doing well, working. And again, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. My email address is alexpenn@cbgroup.com, or you can just find me. I'm sure we have a directory internally where ask Alexa or Autumn, and I'd be more than happy to help you guys out. So thank you for joining, and great job, everybody. And I'll see you hopefully at the office once it opens up.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
See ya.